Hello you guys, this is Galatius and Latius, and for this video, okay, it's working. Yeah, it should be. So this video, I'm gonna try to see if I could fit everything in this 15-minute limit. So why am I making this video? Because honestly, I think it should be made, and I'm kind of worried that they might throw a hell event next. If it happens, it'll be announced tomorrow. That's it. Tomorrow, if not tomorrow, then no hell event for our next event. I have my theories though why I'm backing this up. So I'm reading people's opinions, and people are saying, some few are saying it could happen next, or one more event and then a hell event next. My theories, and the biggest two, actually was only one, sort of, until they brought Sut and Toji back, and I'll explain. So obviously when these things happen, they're planned, obviously, so Nikki knows how to price these things and what to do, because obviously if they leave that last minute, then they wouldn't bring it, right? So they probably, I know I keep saying obviously, because that's, I don't know what else other word to use, they brought a recharge, $40. So even the trio event did not even get a $40 recharge. I think it was like $35. However, they made the blood beacon $25, whereas the background was not tied to her, so it was cheaper just to get the background. So if you thought about it, without the background, it could have easily been looked at as a $25 recharge. Why do I bring that up? Because hell, that event cost $5,000 and it didn't even go up to $40 recharge. I think Nikki brought these for a reason, guys, and that reason is potentially gonna happen tomorrow. Because Lucky Bag, so the reason why they priced this, because some people are like, but this outfit dropped as $5. These are Lucky Bag recharge prices, because it would go $5 for one bag. I believe the second bag is $15, so two of them is $20, which would be this, and then the third bag is like $40, I believe, and then fifth is like third bag is $40-ish, and fourth is $55, I believe. Yes, because I don't remember getting $50 worth of Lucky Bags. They would be $55, right? So they could have easily brought a debut recharge. But if they did, I bet you it would have been for two outfits only, and they would have priced it potentially the same as Blood Beacon, but they didn't. Why did they bring a 3 outfit? Because the last time we had a 3 outfit recharge was during this event here. And that was only $30 for 5,000 event 30. Never have we ever had 3 outfit recharge outside of that event, and this, that's not a hell event, right? So I think they brought it because they knew they were going to price these as 5, 15, and 40, because any cheaper or higher would have been scummy, unless if they brought one of the other two Lucky Bag outfits from this Lucky Bag and they priced it according to what drops the highest, but instead they did 3. So I'm like, why? When we had Hellish Bloom, Forgors, and also Time Palace, the recharge was suspicious because it was really cheap and happening during a potential hell event coming. This also is very suspicious, the opposite. It's like, I think they brought it for specific because they knew they were going to have to price it for 40, obviously planned in advance. And I think I view this as a last attempt cash grab. There's no reason that a $40 3 outfit recharge should exist, especially when this event, the Swan event, is 4,000, not even 5. I could argue, say Swan event was obviously planned for every server because it was one of those seasonal event, except what Indonesian server, for obvious reasons, because they're still new as hell, so they don't get this event. Again, though, it goes back to what I said, that they must have planned around this in advance, which is why they brought this recharge. And then The second reason is the Suten Toji. I honestly think they rushed it a little bit. This was kind of surprised that they brought Suten Toji back. I think what they could have done is wait until they brought a Hell event and then bring Suten Toji later. Because when we had the mermaid, I just remember this now. When we had the mermaid event, maybe about a week or two later is when we had the Kitsune Bride Pavilion, which made more sense instead of, say, doing so in the beginning and then bring a Hell event, right? But instead, they brought Suten Toji back. Now, I think they should have done so after a Hell event, which probably would not be so far from now. So it's like, okay, we have the recharge covered, $40 for 3 outfits. That is so suspicious as fuck. At last attempt cash grab at 40, and we have the diamonds charge covered. We have the Swan event for 4, and Toji, who took me 5,000 the first time he came around in October 2017. Yeah, 5,000. So I'd say an estimate of 3. So I'm gonna say 5,000, just an estimate. So if somebody were to participate in all those events, that's 9,000. That is a hell event territory right there. So we got those diamonds covered, we got the cash part of it covered, and then they bring a hell event announcement tomorrow. The way it's set up, I would actually kind of be surprised if they don't. Technically, going by release dates, we should not have a hell event announcement tomorrow. It should be like one more event and then a hell event. But the way things are set up, it makes me think there are sinister reasons behind it. Honestly, I'm sorry, but they really should have brought Suten Toji back. This recharge, especially, like, they took 3 lucky bag recharges out. That is so suspicious as fuck. Okay, it's just it. These are, I don't know. These are my opinions. So if a hell of an announcement actually does happen tomorrow, which honestly, it would surprise me if it doesn't. The way things are set up right now, I have a theory that could go both ways. Number one, and I doubt it. No, because last year we had Ghost Gathering and then we had a drought of Hell event because people were asking, like, where's our Hell event? Where's our Hell event? It went from January to May. May, we got Miracle Concert. And I believe it was done like that because we had the anniversary in the middle of it. Now, obviously, things are different from last year and this year. And obviously, I would be damn surprised if Nikki waits to throw a hell event for anniversary, which would mean they have to wait another month, which would mean it'd give people another month to save up. So my theory is, I think if we get a hell event announcement tomorrow, it could be the cheaper ones for 2 reasons. Somebody brought up something in a Facebook post or just like a comment, maybe a week or 2 ago, stating, I think we're going to get the cheaper hell event next because of postcards. They could be right. Now, yeah, the postcard was also planned because the CN server did this. I'm pretty sure if CN server did not do this, then no other server will get red pack unless hell event. So is Nikki willing to run another event with postcards in it? Like, even if not next, in about a week or 2? I don't think so, because if that's the case, if they go that route, then we can sadly eliminate Windflower and Four Gods because they have lucky bags and also, it doesn't matter. Maybe, I don't know, but they have postcards attached to them. Unless they bring it, but eliminate the postcard, which obviously would get them in a lot of anger for good reasons, because why would you want to bring something and eliminate the postcards? Which leaves us with Bloody Moon informants. They don't have postcards attached to them. And also the timing of anniversary, because if they bring Windflower and one of those Four Gods, that's like 2 weeks worth, and that's cutting it close to, wait, no, not even exactly 2 weeks, like 2 weeks and a half. That's cutting it close to anniversary. If they bring the cheaper events, that's 7 and 10 days, so that's a bit more manageable. 10, because I really should have looked this up, but I believe Bloody Moon is a 10-day hell event, if I'm not mistaken. The Myths one is 7, so that kind of gives a little time to pass for the anniversary to sort of happen about a month-ish later. That's still cutting it close, guys, but it still gives a little bit of time, because to be honest, if they bring a hell event and it's the 2 week one, I sure as fuck would probably want to skip on the anniversary because I want to save up my diamonds again. That would go for a lot of people, which would mean they'd lose money. I don't know. I'm just thinking of it this way. I'm not even sure. I don't know. So it's like that could be a reason, but that the opposite could also hold true because the anniversary is close and Nikki doesn't want to sorry, my throat feels weird, like a sick kind of thing, so that's why I'm sniffing right now. So the opposite could hold true because maybe they don't want to wait until April to throw a hell of it. They want to celebrate close to second anniversary by bringing. Actually, now that I think about it, Windflower is technically, I believe, considered a second anniversary, and I think Four Gods is just for celebration New Year's, Chinese New Year's. So they could also do that with that mindset and potentially actually give us Windflower. But if I'm not mistaken, I still think Four Gods is the most expensive element. I'm not sure about the newest CN because I'm not sure. I think Four Gods is the most expensive. So they could also celebrate by doing that. That does have postcards, but if they don't do the postcard route, they could also do that route. Celebrate. So because it's also Chinese, sort of Chinese, it didn't happen that long ago, right? So they could make it as a mindset of that and celebrate big by bringing Four Gods. If they don't with that mindset, then they could also do Windflower because that's still 11,500 events. So that's about almost 3,000 more than a cheaper event, or four depending on what it is. When it, or like for Mermaid and Evernight, and then we got Bloody Moon and the other ones, which is like 8,000. So there's so many possibilities, and to be honest, if we get a hell of an announcement tomorrow, which could honestly, the way things are, if you really sit down and think about it, I truly believe it's going to be for the cheaper event. I think if they run a cheaper hell event, it's going to be more beneficial towards them, and it should happen now, because the more they wait, especially with the recharge, I think they're going to lose money for your anniversary. Because let's be honest, I'm pretty sure they're going to run an expensive event for anniversary, and it could potentially be the Disney one. I think they planned that far ahead, because if anybody remembers, they did a collab survey like a couple months ago, and one of the options was like Disney and Mickey, Minnie, and then Star Wars, I believe, Winnie the Pooh. So it's like they must have known that the Disney event was coming to Japan, so it's like they could easily throw that. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that Disney event has Double Diamonds reset. It doesn't, so they could reset it for a hell event. And then for Disney, I'm just throwing out, if Nikki doesn't throw a hell event in April's anniversary. So it's like I don't know. I think if I am really thinking about it this much, then that tells me that Nikki probably thought the same shit too. So it's like, I think it's beneficial to throw a hell event next, like I said, to separate the difference for March and April's anniversary, and also a cheaper event, because again, they could throw a cheaper event, 8,000, Bloody Moon, or Formats, which, by the way, if it's not Bloody Moon, I'm gonna be so fucking mad, because at this point, I just want those events because they're overdue, okay? I don't really care about 4 minutes, but like at this point, I'm gonna be feeling pissed off if that's the case. So it's like, cheap event, and then, like I said, about a month later, almost a month, first anniversary. So it gives the people a bit of chance to save up, and that gap being sort of manageable, and then feeling comfortable maybe again to spend for anniversary, because they didn't bring Four Gods or Windflower. So that's like about 3,000 diamonds in your pocket that you could save and feel more comfortable to spend on anniversary, even though we just had a hell event. I'm just saying this if a hell event